Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Vampyr. So, wir waren gerade auf der Beerdigung unserer Schwester, die wir kaltblütig, als wir verwandelt wurden, sozusagen, als wir den Kuss unseres Schöpfers bekommen haben. Und nun ja, jetzt hat uns Lady Ashbury geraten, vielleicht um Vergebung zu bitten und die Beichte abzulegen. Ob uns das weiterhilft, weiß ich nicht, aber ich bin bereit, es mal zu testen. Es gibt keinen Fallschaden, das finde ich gut. Aber wir können ja auch nicht springen, deswegen müssen wir zu der Kirche. Und wir laufen in die falsche Richtung. Doch jetzt. Da hinten wären aber auch schon wieder Gegner gewesen. Also die Stadt und gerade nachts ist voll von Peoples, die uns die uns fertig machen wollen.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Okay, holy.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
Okay, ist Ascalon sowas wie der Prinz?
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Also die.
Sorry, sir. Get them weapons ready. We found one.
Man muss ja auch nicht jeden Kampf nehmen, ne? Also jetzt mal honestly. Aber da steht halt so ein Bishop-Dude, ne? Also sah aus wie, oder? Na gut, dann ab in die Kirche hier. Und jetzt müssen wir jetzt in den Priester zurückgehen und jetzt Beichte ablegen. Bei dem Priester,
Yes?
wir gesagt haben, dass er
What
verrückt
is it
ist.
that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted.
Dich aussaugen!
I don't know.
Sorry. Wie kann
May I
Joseph?
help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
Das ist eine persönliche Angelegenheit. Ich brauche niemanden, der mich anhört. Ich brauche keine Gesellschaft.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
Meine Worte gelten einer Verstorbenen. Es ist ein privates Anliegen. Es ist eine private Angelegenheit.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest, as you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
Mit dem wir gesprochen haben, war nicht der Vikar. Sie war meine Schwester. Sie war jemand, der mir viel bedeutet hat. Das spielt keine Rolle.
Just know, I cared for her.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see.
Ja, das war ein
And how
Mord.
are you feeling, my son?
Ich fühle mich verantwortlich. Sie ist meinetwegen gestorben. Ich wünschte, ich könnte es alles vergessen.
I feel responsible.
Ja, so ist es ja auch.
Is consuming me. I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
Ich werde den Verantwortlichen finden. Ich schwöre, ich war es nicht. Bitte verzeih mir. Also, ja, wir werden den Verantwortlichen dafür finden, der uns dazu gemacht hat, dass das ausgelöst hat. Definitiv. Das fällt raus, weil wir waren es, ja. Aber worum es hierbei ja geht, ist nicht die Schuld auf jemand anderes zu schieben, sondern...
I killed you. There's
no
excuse. My dear Mary. Forgive me.
You have been hurt, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Oh, so eine Ladezeit jetzt einfach mal zwischendurch. Krass, hatte ich auch noch nicht. Triff Eckerkorn zu anziehen.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Sind da immer noch die Dinge drin? Blumenstrauß, der kleine Blumenstrauß, Gutscheine kostenlose. If you're sick. Ja, das ist immer noch der gleiche. Ist das der beste Weg? Nee. Wir gehen mal schön... Hoppla. Durch Whitechapel durch. Wir müssen ja auch nicht mit jedem hier in der Stadt sprechen, oder? Ich meine, das ist so ein bisschen open-worldig. Da müssen wir lang, ne? Ja. Hoppla, entschuldigt, Leute. Ist das vielleicht ein Spiel, was ich lieber auf... No. Leave me alone. Nur nach Hause, Leute.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth.
Was?
You. I remember you.
Wo bist du? Hier bist du.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Schluss mit deinen Rätseln. Wer bist du? Warum ich? Wer bist du?
Tell me what you are.
I am the whitened bones and blackened soil. The land made blood coursing through thy veins.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Das war's?
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind?
Das weiß ich auch nicht.
Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Edgar! Edgar!
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Okay.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Ich würde dich zerfleischen, mein Freund, glaube ich. Jetzt hier.
By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news
Sie haben nie
indeed.
Good News.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Das Vertrauen muss wiederhergestellt werden. Ein paar Leichen mehr wird niemand bemerken. Fürchten Sie um Ihren Ruf?
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Ich werde Ihnen helfen. Ich habe nicht den Kopf für so etwas. Ich bin schon wieder Ihre einzige Hoffnung.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then.
Ich habe noch nirgendwo genascht, mein Freund, außer bei den Bösen und
saved at the
Ratten.
docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Sie werden nicht angreifen. Ich werde sie alle beschützen. Nun, da haben Sie nicht ganz unrecht. Ich werde sie alle beschützen.
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCallum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well.
Sie wissen nicht, woran
Since
wir
I
imstande
brought
sind.
Mr. Hampton here,
Ashbury ist ja auch hier.
I will put an end to this.
Okay. Der trostlose Heilige des East End. Oh nein, das ist jetzt unser persönlicher
John
Sean Helsing.
Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
The Flocks. The Docks. Okay, gut. Wir gehen jetzt hier. Wir ruhen jetzt trotzdem noch einmal. Nicht, weil wir die Ruhe brauchen oder die Ladezeit, sondern wir haben jetzt 1000 Blutpunkte Erfahrung und wir werden jetzt einen Ultis gehen. Weil wenn wir jetzt in den Kampf in die Docks gehen, dann möchte ich noch mal was killen. Und vielleicht... Die Explosion nehmen wir, die ist, glaube ich, ganz gut. Die folgende Nacht. Stabil. Zweite Bahnstufe haben wir erreicht. Also ich finde, wir sind schon menschlich, ne? Also wir saugen ja wirklich viel an den, ich nenne sie mal die Mobs, ja. Aber so noch keinen. Und daran wollen wir festhalten. Aber ich fühle mich trotzdem die ganze Zeit super weak. Auch wenn er schon was drauf hat, ne? Hier, der gute Jonathan. Naja. hier an der Tür sehen wir, wo die Docks sind. Hoppla, entschuldigt Leute, das Handling ist nicht ganz so einfach. Nein, wo sind die Docks? Da sind die Docks. Also, wir laufen jetzt links rum, dann über die Brücke, dann über den Park. Aber wir können auch hier übers Krankenhausgelände laufen. Und hier rüber. Okay, das ist vielleicht besser. Aber dann muss ich links rum, ne? Links rum ist, oder? Moment, ja. Links rum, also weit links rum. Okidoki. Da ist der versoffene Cox.
It seems the Frewen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Fear no evil! We do the Lord's work here! Die, vermin! See them fancy clothes! This one's a top!
Gone? Limehouse Docks. Sammeln wir was schön über Sean Hamptons Aufenthaltsort. Ah, okay. Da macht es Sinn, mit ihm zu sprechen.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reid, that's
Ich stelle mich gerne vor.
And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our
Das ist doch
streets.
der mit der
So you
Krawatte.
won't tell me your name then?
The name is Booth Digby.
Booth
Maybe
Digby,
I'll
da
ask
will ich mich
my
auch nicht
boys
vorstellen
to
wollen.
break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Ihr Leben in London, persönliche Frage. Ich suche nach Sean Hampton. Okay, dann fragen wir. Sind Sie in einer Bürgerwehr? Über diesen Stadtteil.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Die Königin der Docks, okay. Also ihr seid
Are
solche
you some kind
Bürgerwehr,
of vigilante patrolling these streets
Edwina
at night?
Cox. Oh, ist sie die Frau von dem anderen
The police
Cox?
aren't in
Cole?
charge here. We are, see?
So, tell me about your gang then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The wet boot boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
Okay.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you
Er
want
soll
to
der
talk
Boss
to
der
him?
Wet
He was one of my
Boys sein?
patients at the Pembroke
Booty Boys?
Hospital.
Boot
Oh,
Boys?
yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Mr. Digby. Ed und Edwina Cox.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reid. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox.
Da ist sie.
So what do you want then? Fancy
Ja.
buying something from me, maybe?
Scheint seine Frau zu sein. Bei der können wir was kaufen.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
Vielleicht können wir bei ihr aber Kram verkaufen. Die Keule. Oh, ups. Ich verdrückt.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Doctor.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
Show me what you got. Also, wir verkaufen ihr die Keule. Sie hat nichts, was ich brauche. Aber
Good
sie
evening,
weiß
Miss Cox.
bestimmt.
Hello again, Dr. Reid. What do
Sie
you
weiß
want?
bestimmt.
I'm looking for
Who dieser
Mr.
Shop
Sean
ist.
Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Okay. Über diesen Teil der Stadt erzählen Sie mir von Ihrer Arbeit. Ihre Gefühle für Booth Digby.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Sie verbergen ein weiches Herz. Ich bin nicht leicht zu schockieren. Ich glaube, Sie haben ihn manipuliert.
I'm not that easily shocked, Miss Cox. You can speak freely about your lover if you so wish.
The poor bastard is good to me, if you must know. He makes me feel good. And that's a first.
So you're just like any other couple, after all, are you not?
Yeah, we're so ordinary that I'd put a bullet in his head if he ever cheated on me.
Okay. Wir haben keine persönliche Frage mehr. Vielleicht wollen wir
What
noch
can you
wissen,
tell
was
me
Frau
about
macht.
your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I
Klar,
buy and
wie alle
sell
anderen auch.
things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
Okay.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
Ja, klassische Ganggeschichte, ne?
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory and this is our law.
Okay, das frage ich Sie echt gar nicht.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Finde schon nee, überzeuge Xiao Shun zurück nach
Without
White
the wet
Chapel zu
boots
gehen.
keeping things straight, these parts would be running completely amok.
Hypocrites, all of them. Maggots and...
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite.
I'm Dr. Reid. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne. If you must
Seymour
know.
Fishburne. Ihr Leben in London. Über diesen Teil. Was ist Ihre Aufgabe
What's your
hier?
occupation?
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
Straightforward. Berührt Sie irgendetwas? Es ist schwer, ein guter Sohn zu sein. Okay.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Vielleicht können wir ihr mit Medikamenten oder irgendwas weiterhin.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Oh. Ungelöste Komplexe.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Denken Sie an jemand Bestimmtes?
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
Nope. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
Der gute alte Tom, ne? Der Barmann.
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Ach,
Really?
nicht gerade.
Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
Ja, bei Tom Watts waren wir ja schon. Gut.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Feel it coming in my bones. A hatred. A wave of bitter death.
What happened?
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I'm a tracker of
Okay, confirmed.
creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then, for if the sewer dog is back.
Good evening,
And
sir.
hunting all
Whatever.
these folk
Don't you
eating
recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Er versucht sich ja nur zu erinnern. So, ich suche nach Sean
I'm
Hampton.
looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom Watts about him.
Okay. Hatten Sie als junger Mann Träume? Das interessiert mich ehrlicherweise gesagt gar nicht.
Goodbye.
Das kam, die wir schon gefragt haben. Finde Sean Hampton in der Isla, sammle Informationen wahrscheinlich. Okay, gut, überzeuge. Wer sind Sie denn hier, guter Mann?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton.
Ichabod
Vampire
Throgmorton.
hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Ja, bitte. Ihre Arbeit.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual.
Unusual.
I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Woran erkennen Sie einen Vampir?
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight, They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a
Knoblauch,
dirty
das wohl
business,
kommt.
believe me.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
Okay.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you
Ich meine,
hear
soll mir
about
ein
what
bisschen was
happened to
erzählen, ne?
Jack Gillingham?
No, who's Jack Gillingham?
It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Okay. Ichabod Throgmorton.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Wer kann mir helfen, Sean Hampton zu finden?
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Okay.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Waldmanns Heil ist die Übersetzung von Good Hunting, ja. Tomboy.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reid, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Wir wissen doch eigentlich hier schon alles. Na gut.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
The important thing is I find him quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Alles klar. Danke.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
So, da ist es. Aber wir wollen dann nochmal, bevor wir dorthin gehen, weil Lagerhalle klingt nach großem Areal. Großes Areal klingt nach Platz für viele Leute zum Kämpfen. Und ist hier meine Notunterkunft? Nein, ist hier auf dem Dach. Ich meine, das hätte man jetzt auch unauffälliger machen können vor dem Vampirjäger. Und ich glaube, das ist hier auch die richtige Stelle, um ein kleines Päuschen zu machen. Wie es ging, jetzt hier nochmal ein bisschen. Wenn euch das Video auch gefallen hat, dann liked es doch bitte. Und wenn ihr den Channel noch nicht abonniert habt, dann jetzt natürlich sofort abonnieren. Hier rechts unten und direkt unter dem Bildfenster findet ihr den Abonnier-Button. Also draufklicken, es dauert wirklich nur 2 Sekunden und hilft mir total weiter. Und damit ihr noch mehr solche Videos sehen könnt. Und ansonsten bis zum nächsten Mal, wenn es wieder heißt Let's Play Vampire. Bis dahin, bleibt gesund und cheers.